Well, wrestling fans, we would welcome you back to today's wrestling extravaganza at McCaslin Fieldhouse. This is retired wrestling coach Jack Spates, along with announcer extraordinaire Chris Forbes, bringing you the third part of today's extravaganza as your Oklahoma Sooners take on the Mocs of Tennessee, Chattanooga. We've seen some great wrestling so far, and we've also seen some new young wrestlers in the lineup that have done what? What kind of job would you say, Chris?
They've done a great job. There's still some room to improve, but I mean, from all three facets of wrestling, they've done a great job. Coach, I'm excited for this duel. Both these teams are undefeated going in this quad, and it'll be a good one to end on.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the most competitive of the three duels. This bout may determine how competitive it is.
No doubt. And, Tennessee Chattanooga is part of the SoCon, and we talked about it earlier. They've got one of the toughest tournaments in college wrestling coming up. So.
Yep, there's that
nice takedown.
Staple of Antonio Lorenzo's arsenal with that
We
sweep
didn't see
single.
it the last match, but got it here, so great. Good start for OU.
Yeah, he wasn't as aggressive as we would have liked, but comes out and goes for a takedown right away and gets it.
No doubt. Good ride here. Looking to kind of control him, get him back to the get him back to the mat. And who's he wrestling here, Coach? I know we've.
So he's wrestling Ty Tice, who is a three-time state champion. Now he's from Taylor, South Carolina.
Yep.
Not a great wrestling state, but nonetheless, he's a redshirt freshman, and this is what Coach Rochelle says. He can wrestle. He's still figuring it out a little bit. Sometimes his shots are long. But the interesting thing is he has twin sisters by the name of Karen and Kaysen. And all three of them, remember, he's not part of this trio, but all three of them share the same birthday.
Oh, wow. That's pretty interesting.
One cake.
Yeah, there you go.
Less expensive for the family.
You can't remember. You can't forget one of those birthdays, right?
That's exactly right.
And it's a great staff that Tennessee Chattanooga's put together. You've got Kyle Rochelle, the head coach, Devin Skatka, the assistant. You've got Jonah Newman and Kyle Massey. So you've got a great staff over there at UT Chattanooga. Coach
Rochelle was multiple All-American at Wisconsin, and actually lost a very close and competitive match to Sooner great Kyle Terry for third and fourth at the NCAA championship. So he could wrestle.
Wealth of knowledge. I love it. And so was Skatka on the staff. He was a two-time All-American for Minnesota. He coached one of the top programs over there, similarly, which turns in nationally ranked wrestlers and Division I wrestlers.
This is smart wrestling by Antonio. Shoots that sweep, comes out to a waist lock and backs his opponent off the mat. Well, not quite yet.
Well, we talked about it earlier with the Ricky Thomas match. If Ricky would have done a little more of that, maybe gets a caution on there.
So sometimes if you're having trouble getting takedowns, wrestle for cautions.
No doubt. Backs off the mat. So Antonio's got a 3-1 lead here. 55 seconds in this first period.
And we talk about the importance of stance. Antonio Lorenzo has a great stance.
He's so hard to get out of stance.
Hard to get in on.
No doubt. Does a great job of staying in stance.
There's that single again. Yeah, don't go. He started to go around the waist. Thought, wait a second. That's not good. Chase that back leg. Okay.
There it is. There's another takedown there. Grabbed the hip, kind of got behind him. Like you said, he chased the back leg, did a good job of staying behind him.
And normally you drive to it. What he did was the pressure back as he sat him down.
Set his hip down, yeah. We've got two of the officials out here. So we've got Ryan Hagan here of Tennessee. He's the main official. We've got Kevin Looper, which is the perimeter official. He's from Oklahoma. So we've got a little Oklahoma Kevin Looper over there. Going for the tilt here.
Boy, and that's one of the team traits that we have not seen so much in the meets to date. But today, they've been on fire with that. Okay,
well,
let's take a look at that takedown once again. So there he is, catches it low.
Yeah.
Reaches across to the far leg, and there's his two-point
takedown. Does that
takedown.
finish? Does a good job. He either goes to that sweep or he kind of changed that to that low ankle shot there. But great job of finishing here. He's going down here in the second period. He's got 1:17 of riding time.
Yeah, and that's just good feel because the guy's trying to take him, and he just shifts his hips.
No doubt.
Now he's back up on his feet.
Well, and that's what we talked about. He's one of the experienced guys in the lineup. So that's that experience he's had from wrestling for so long. He's going to that whizzer, trying to get his leg free.
And he's got to get him off this hip there, and he does.
There it is.
There's the one.
Hey, he did a good job. He knew he was having
Yep.
trouble controlling hands, so he went to the whizzer and kind of backed him out. And Coach, I see Barrick down there warming up, and they might throw him in at 33. I'm not sure what they're going to do. It looks like.
No, they're not going to wrestle Cleveland Belton. And actually, Coach Kish talked about the possibility of moving him up.
Yeah, he's warming
And
up.
I was
like he's
disappointed that he wasn't going to be out here at 25, but we'll see him at 33.
Yeah, I like it. Got a minute here. 7-1 advantage for Antonio. So far, so good.
Now, I got to tell you this. Going to be a tall task for him at 33 because Blake Borman,
Yeah.
guess who he just beat?
Who'd he?
Nasser Bailey
Oh, wow.
from Little Rock. And he didn't just
Wow.
beat him, he majored him.
Wow.
And Bailey was what, fourth at the NCAA?
Third. Took third. Yeah,
Okay.
he took third.
As a
that's
freshman.
a huge win. Yeah, as a freshman.
Yep.
He's one of my old teammates in college. Give him a shout out. But Harvey Twister, Raphael Kizzy. So Nasir Bailey's one part of that Illinois Harvey Twister bunch that's really good. They produce a lot of good wrestlers. The Williams brothers, Joe Williams, TJ, all those guys.
Yeah, two of the greatest.
Yeah.
Yep. But you know what? When I think about Nasser Bailey, I think, how good would he look in crimson?
Oh, he looked great. We could use him. Coach, I think anyone in the top 5 would look really good in crimson.
That's exactly right.
Another good shot there by Antonio, which he's got another 3-point takedown. So he's got a 10-1 lead here, kind of open it up. So third period here.
And love seeing the
Chattanooga's with the
Sooners
choice.
continue to look to score.
Yeah.
Not being content with a lead, continuing to look to.
You know, they've been aggressive.
Here's that takedown.
Yes.
Well, a little bit of it.
Yeah, they showed the last part of it, but he did a good job as fake, and then he was kind of pulling out of the shot and then realized he had an opening on that backside.
And kind of lifted and maybe got a little knee in there.
Yeah.
To sweep his opponent's leg out a bit.
So we got a third period, and he's 4 seconds away from getting riding time as well. But we've seen it all day, even with the young ones, Coach, is the aggression on OU. I like what I've seen. They're trying to score in all positions.
Yep. No, I agree. And I was talking with Coach Marston. Well, we both talked with Coach Marston. And we feel that Ricky made a little tactical error. He's young. We can understand it. Okay. He's just trying to win the match where the coaches are not as concerned about the win. They want to see the wrestling.
They want to see you compete, for sure.
Exactly.
And that's to all you high school guys listening, too. A lot of these coaches are not worried about, how many matches you're winning. They want to see if you're competing, how you're competing, and how you're handling the competition.
That's exactly right. You keep wrestling and good things happen.
No doubt. No doubt. So we got a minute 18 here, 10-2 advantage with riding time. In on another shot.
Boy, was that an opportunistic shot or what?
Yes.
That was kind of a re-attack, but without a sprawl.
That was.
Yes, he just felt his opponent attacking, and he re-attacked on a high shot.
I like it. Now he's trying to go for a tilt here. He's got that wrist trapped. Maybe he can split the legs and get that half here. He's looking for points. It's a good way to start off, especially if you can get some more here and get a tech or even more. They're going to cut him. Look for a tech here.
Coach Kish says, hey, I got to take my wife out. I don't spend enough time alone. Let's get some techs and pins here.
That's right. I got to get home in enough time before it's dark out. That or he's probably wanting to watch some of these college bowl games coming up. He wants to end it real quick. 25 seconds left.
When do we play?
The 20, I think the 27th, I believe. That'll be a tough game. Navy. There's not many Navy guys going in the portal, Coach. 20 seconds here.
Well, we got some good news, right, with that quarterback coming in.
Yes, we did. And Hawkins, I like his attitude with the guy coming in. He said he wants to compete, so I like it. It's good news for Venables and all those guys there. Nice little ankle dump. Wow.
You love the diversity.
He is looking good here. And he didn't get the tech, But, man, he was aggressive, Coach. He went for it all the way to the last second on the clock.
Yeah, and he's a kind of a quiet scorer. You don't realize what he's doing until you look down, and it's 17-4.
Yeah.
Great performance by Antonio
Great
Lorenzo.
performance. And here it is. Looks like they're going to bump Barrick Jordan up to 133, Coach.
We're going to take another look at one of those scores here. Let's see what we see. So
That was that ankle right there.
Yeah.
That was so nice. He saw him heavy on that ankle and just went for it.
yeah, that was sweet.
Yeah.
Yep. So here's a situation. We've got a great, and I really believe a great young freshman, but he's a 25-pounder and not a huge one at that. And he's going against a big 33-pounder.
That just had a top 5 win.
Dominated
Wow.
the guy who was third in the nation.
Yeah.
So this is going to be tough, but we'll see what kind of a heart he has.
No doubt. And I like the fact that he's wanting to come out and compete and do this. You know, he's not saying, I don't want to do it. He wants to come out and compete. So I like that.
No, me too. And he had opportunities to be scored on right there. Snapped hard. but
Yeah.
He just continues to move.
And this is like you say here, this is kind of good. Let's see where you're at.
Oh, I think we're going to be in good shape next year.
For
with him
sure.
at 25.
Still here. He's got to find the elbow control. He's doing a good job of not staying underneath him. He's not keeping his knees on the mat, staying underneath him.
Yeah. And he's got a wicked fireman's. I think it's from the other side. I'm
Yeah,
forgetting.
and looks like he's doing a good job of controlling that elbow, too. He's controlling the tie, controlling something.
Yes.
He's competing hard here. Not giving ground, and I like it.
Well, according to Coach Leitner, one of the hardest workers he's ever had, and he's got a plethora of attacks.
Yeah, and Leitner would know. Leitner's, like you said, we've talked about him before. He's one of the greats here to come through this program.
Oh, yeah. And one of the all-time slick guys.
Yes, no doubt. 1 minute 30 here. There's still no score, but there's a lot of action here. Oh,
yeah, there is.
Dual score. It's got a 4-0 advantage after that first match. He's doing a good job of controlling the center, too. You wouldn't think he's a smaller guy with the way he's controlling the mat right here.
Well, he's got the better beard, that's for sure.
No
Ooh.
doubt. In on a single leg
Okay,
here.
you go into a shin wizard, which is what he needs to do. You got to be careful
Trying
on
to go
that
in and out there.
dive.
Now he's got to be careful he doesn't give
Yep,
up back. He's
yep.
getting the count here.
Especially with a bigger guy.
Yeah, he's in some trouble right here. He just needs to fight off his back.
Yeah, he's fighting.
Yeah, he's fighting hard here. He needs to grab a hand. Looks like he's going to get out of it, which is good. Shows good fight there. With these new point scores, you can score points fast. I mean, 7-0 right now. He's a point away from a major decision with just one exchange there.
And look at the fight to come out.
Yeah, he's on his feet.
And
He's still
back
competing.
after him.
No doubt.
Love it. He's got a wicked fireman's, and he can put you on your back, too.
No doubt.
So.
They got 25 seconds here in this first period, so there's
And
still
he's
time.
got him
And he's
backing
backing
up.
off the mat. He's backing off, so they'll call it eventually.
Yeah, we'll take him wherever
There
we
it
get him.
is.
Well, and that's a good call because they normally don't give that unless you're both off the mat. But, hey, you can't go backwards even if you're in the middle.
No doubt. And he's keeping them on the edge the whole time.
That could turn into another valuable point.
Yeah, and he's running back to the center. So we're going into the second period. Chattanooga's choice, he's choosing down. 7-1 advantage. That exchange there where he got put on his back, he got the takedown in the back count.
I just love the posture here. It's like, hey, bring it on.
Right? He's ready.
Yeah, he
Not
wants
backing
those
down.
Tilts. Oh.
Got
Now-
to escape right in on a shot here.
Yeah, so what happened there, a little too
over-aggressive,
eager. As
yeah.
he gets away, he runs at him. The guy just lowers his level and hits a double leg.
No doubt.
That's a youthful mistake, but better mistakes of passion and intensity rather than,
No doubt.
yep,
The
hanging back.
Yeah, he's got the aggression. He's got the right mentality. Now they just need to hone that in.
Yeah, and this is where you're seeing some of the size. That's just a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big I'm not talking Barrett, but
Yes.
he's a big 33-pounder.
Yep, Blake Mormon.
Mormon,
Remember
yes.
that name,
Mormon,
wrestling
no
fans, 'cause
doubt.
he's the real deal. But look at this.
Controlling the center there.
Hip toss.
Now, what he can do, Barrett can look for is if he tries to push himself back in, he's going to have that dump, that short fireman's there. Got a minute here. You got Mormon looking at the clock, kind of hoping it goes down. He's all over him. Reminds me, like, if we're talking dog breeds, like a little Chihuahua.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I wouldn't tell Barrick that, though.
No.
How about a small pit bull?
There you go. One of the mini pits. So 30 seconds left.
This is where you need a head snap.
Snap
you
him.
Head snap him.
And also, Barrick needs to look and get his tie that he's comfortable with, push him, and when that guy tries to push to get back, boom, there's his short fireman's or stump.
Okay, what are they doing?
I'm not sure what they're looking at. They're telling them to both go to the corner. I think the perimeter.
They're questioning the score, I think.
Well, the perimeter official, Kevin Looper, kind of called him to the center. He saw something. I'm not sure what they saw, though.
That's what I put you here for.
I know,
You're
right?
To be in charge of that.
I'm not earning my keep, Coach.
Well, I'll tell you, we talked about effort, right? We talked about Ricky had a good competitive match, but what a difference. Even though we're getting blown out here, we're all over this guy.
Yeah, you can coach skill and all this stuff. It's the effort that's something that you want to see, that something you can't, because it's one of the intangibles, they call it. And either have it or you don't. And, he's ready. He's jumping around, ready to go.
I wonder if his opponent realizes that he's got a not real big 125-pounder that's all over him.
Right. They're telling him to go to their corners. I'm not sure.
Well, I think what they're saying, this is going to take a little time.
Yeah, and I'm thinking maybe there's.
So Blake Mormon was 19-6 last year, and that's a nice record, but not indicative of being able to handle a guy like Nasser Bailey.
No
great athlete, great wrestler, shocked the wrestling world last year, and now this guy's just shocked him.
Yeah, and that's, you've got to stay on your toes, because you got guys coming. That is the biggest difference here in college, and especially in the D1 level. You've got guys that you haven't even heard of that can beat you. And you could be a top 5 guy. It doesn't matter.
Well, and that's a great point. So what's the key? You're not concerned about who your opponent is. You're wrestling yourself.
No doubt.
Which means you've got to think the same way, eat the same way, warm up the same way, and seek to wrestle the same way, regardless of who your opponent is. Because if you get in a few opponents that are not very good and you change your routine, now you don't know how to act.
Yes.
And how to warm up and how to do all those things when you have a great opponent. If you've done everything the same, now it just happens.
Well, hopefully we have a lot of young listeners, young wrestlers listening or watching and listening to this advice here. Here they go. They're coming back to the center. I'm still not sure what they were looking at.
Yep. And neither am I.
Yeah. I didn't see any points awarded or anything there. Maybe.
I love it.
Aggressive, man. He is coming at him.
He is. Now, there's the expression pit bull.
Right.
But he is
he's getting in it, but he's doing a good job this time mixing in fakes.
Right, and he didn't run into his opponent.
No, he's mixing fakes. He's backing off if he sees him getting a little bit, and then he's faking and then coming back in.
Yeah, there's that size, but he responds well when he's on his
No, Barrick has a...
Okay, here's the last takedown for Borman. And I think maybe this is the one where he walked into him, right? He gets away and he runs into him. He just lowers his level.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just a rookie mistake, but it was a mistake with good intensity and intentions, yes. He's backing him up again.
Wow, there's the second one. That should be a point. That should be a point.
Yeah,
there it is. I was about to say, that's the second one here. So it's 11-3 now. And, that brings it to where it's 1 point away from taking away that major. So if he can keep coming at him and get another one, or even get a score here, he needs to look for scores.
Get that fireman's or dump to the back.
But he's still, he's got him kind of flustered and on his heels. Good, shooting him off the mat. A reshot there.
See, that's wise. His opponent, as he's pushing in, gets an angle on him and reattacks.
That's a little bit of that experience there.
And that's one of the things that Coach Rochelle said. Real good reattacks. Actually, great reattacks.
Yeah, and it showed it right there. That was a really good reattack there. And that's a little bit of that experience. He's on the edge knowing he's going to get real aggressive, and then he steps aside and reattacks.
But you would never think that this is a 14-3 match the way they're going. And look
No.
at Barrick Jordan continuing.
You would think it was 14-3 the other way with the way the aggression is. Caught him
once
coming in.
again, caught him coming in.
He ropey doped him a little bit. He stepped back and then let him charge into him.
Who was the rope-a-dope guy?
More in the, well, actually, it was us. We got ropey
No,
dope.
I'm talking about historically.
Oh.
Who's the rope-a-dope guy?
Got me again, Coach.
Muhammad Ali.
Oh, I was about to say Muhammad Ali.
It doesn't count unless you say it.
I was going to say that. He's going to get one.
Well, there's a rope-a-dope in wrestling. Yeah.
There is, yeah, for sure. He kind of lulled him to sleep a little bit. So looks like this is going to go time there. It's going to be with riding time 15-4, but, good showing by Barrick of a top-level opponent, especially
so
bumping up a weight.
obviously you have to applaud the performance of Blake Borman. It was a dominant win.
No doubt.
And here, I think we're going to see a little replay here. So what do we have?
This is that takedown on the edge.
And to the angle, and there it was.
Yeah.
Got a little flat-footed off his fake.
Yeah.
And but certainly applaud the effort and the heart of a young man who's going to make a big mark for the Sooners.
No doubt.
In Barrick Jordan.
Well, both these guys. You'll hear from both these guys.
Good job, Coach Leitner.
Right. There's a shot right now, right off the bat. And who do we got for? We've got Moshe Schwartz here for OU, ranked number 9 in the country.
Okay, this
who we
is
got for Cal State?
Eli Knight,
Chattanooga,
redshirt junior from Calhoun, Georgia. 23-4 last year. Fought through a lot of injuries. Coach says got a little nasty in him. That's Michael Leitner.
Yeah.
A little nasty in him.
Oh, yeah.
Off the mat. I mean, on the mat.
On the mat, off the mat. He's the nicest guy in the world.
That's exactly right. And has a win over Grayson Clark, who's nationally ranked for Purdue.
Oh,
so
yeah. I know
this
Grayson.
Kid can wrestle.
Grayson real well. His dad, Tom Clark, they're great people. Grayson actually is a Wisconsin guy, but he came to Oklahoma and would train a lot with my son. They went overseas together. Actually competed together, too.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's weird. You don't want to be in this position, but Moshe wants to be in this position, Coach.
That's exactly right.
The stranger the position, the more comfortable Moshe feels.
He's vulnerable there, though.
Yeah, he's in trouble, but, man, he's still comfortable there.
God. The human
He's another one that'll give you a heart
action.
attack, Coach.
He just has a great feel. Every time you think he's beaten, he's like, yeah, not yet.
Well, we talked about it earlier, the against an Oklahoma boy, but Cole Brooks in the Wyoming duel, he had a snake and had it locked up and all but put him away.
Yep.
Got out of that.
He sat under it, but it wasn't just a sitting under. He used his head to bring him over.
And look, he's working his way over to score here. As a wrestler, I'm sure you've experienced this, but as a wrestler, it just gets frustrating when you get so deep on a guy like that and you just can't finish.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
So,
and the scrambling today is just at a different level.
Yeah, no doubt. There weren't a lot of people doing it. I know some of the first people were the Abbas brothers, were some of the first people to really start doing it.
And then the splits, the flexibility. So the first guy who anticipated the shot and tried to get behind, he's not far from it. First guy I saw that was just a master of the splits was a great wrestler and a great guy by the name of Johnny Thompson.
Oh, Johnny,
okay, from Putnam City.
Yeah.
He was amazing. Oh,
nice
look
dump
at
by
that.
Moshe and getting that count.
Yeah, and look, I mean, that can be a pin right there.
Well, Johnny used to wrestle. My teammate, Skylar Holman, unfortunately, Skylar passed away, was no longer here, but Johnny and Skylar used to wrestle and have some battles.
And Skylar used to beat my son Jeremy all the time.
Yeah.
And then one year in the Missouri Open, he wrestled my baby boy Justin.
I was about to say him and Justin wrestled. Yeah.
Justin beat him.
I remember that. I think it was might have been there for that. So great move by Moshe. I don't know if they awarded. Okay, they've got 4 up there.
Yeah.
I was about to say looks like the end of this period. And Moshe's been the matches he's wrestled today, the 2. He's done a great job of scoring points at the end of periods.
Yeah, let's see that takedown again here. So.
He did a great.
Oh, fireman's carry. Okay. And now he dumps it. And that's how Spencer Lee finishes his. He just tips the guy over, clears his head, and he's on his back.
They kept that arm tight. He kept that arm tight the whole time, allowed him to get not only the finish, but the back points.
And that's why you have to be a big play move. And it doesn't have to be a spectacular thing like a head lock or a hip toss. you've got to be able to have a point where you can score big points and get a pin
No
if you
doubt.
need it.
No doubt. You've got to have that in your tool belt. So Moshe starts on bottom here. Doing a good
And
job.
from that
Reversal.
scramble position, I don't think I've ever seen him go to his back, and there's that vulnerability there. But
Most guys are in danger there, but
Yep.
Moshe's comfortable.
it's the compass in action.
And he's up 9-0 already, so 9-0 early in the second period. Got a minute 40 left. Almost got a minute riding time, too. Doing a good job of that high thigh ride right there. He does a good job of trying to turk
look
that
at
body
the
over.
torque on that.
And he's not as long. Our Chattanooga guy's not as long. Who do we have here for Chattanooga again?
Eli Knight.
Eli Knight is not as long as Bakersfield's where we wrestled Zinkin. So he might be able to crank him over. He gets it good enough on that thigh.
But you know that's not Byron Tucker. How? Because the guy's not screaming.
No, he's not screaming. He's not looking over wondering what to do. And like I said, Byron, amazing career.
Yep. And interestingly enough, got in graduate school provisionally, then got in full time, then graduated as a dentist.
Yeah.
Then got a postdoctoral scholarship to Michigan, then got a postdoctoral scholarship to Harvard, and ran for many years his own practice.
Yeah.
And has sold that and is now just working as a dentist. But
He was out of Tulsa.
quite extraordinary. Yeah.
had his
Virginia
practice out
boy,
there.
now
Yeah.
he's a Tulsa boy.
12-1 advantage here, Moshe. He's looking over the coaches asking should he cut him or not. He's showing he wants optional start.
And Byron, one of the funniest guys, he's over to dinner many years ago, and Coach Mark Manning, who's another one of my assistants,
Yeah.
he's getting inducted into his Hall of Fame. And Coach Manning calls me. I said, Coach Manning, there's a guy here who wants to say hello to you. So Byron gets on. He says, Coach Manning, there's that dump again.
There's
right
that
to
is
his
again.
back. Yep.
15-2.
He says, congratulations on your abduction in the Hall of Fame. And I said, Byron, don't you mean induction? And Byron starts laughing. I said, nah, they got him abducted behind the glass trophy case. He's going, let me out. Let me out.
You know, I've got you know what my commonalities with Coach Manning are?
And they are what?
He wrestled at University of Nebraska, Omaha.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Yes, I did
He
know
was in
that.
Nebraska, Omaha.
He went to Nebraska.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's take a peek at this last takedown. And that same fireman's carry.
There it is.
Tips it.
Does a good job of bringing his hips with him, moving his feet.
Yep, and clears his head, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah. He was also on staff. We talked about T.J. Jaworski, you know, when he was up. He was on staff with another Sooner, Coach Lamb, in North Carolina.
That's exactly
He was
right.
assistant coach up there.
And helped coach who? Rob Cole.
Rob Cole, yes. Yep.
And what a great performance.
There we go.
by Moshe
18-2,
Schwartz.
18-3 technical fall. Moshe Schwartz, great job. And we got Willie McDougall coming up, New York's finest here, Coach.
You gotta like Willie.
I think he might be competing with you to one of the best New Yorkers in Sooners. I don't know.
I think you got a bundle of guys like by the name of Sooners.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Keith Stearns,
yeah,
former New Yorker, was an NCAA champion. Frank DeAngelis,
yeah.
was a national runner-up.
Yeah. Son Justin,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
So who do we got we got Willie McDougall here wrestling for
Okay,
us.
so that's Dane Dalrymple, and Dane is from Memphis, Tennessee, from Christian Brothers, great wrestling school.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a redshirt junior, two-time state champ, Fargo national champion Greco, and his coach says one of the hardest workers on his team, not the most talented, but amongst the most dedicated. He says every Friday morning he runs 5 miles
Wow.
on his own,
Yeah.
and then he eats lean all year round. So this is a kid who
Dedicated.
really is dedicated.
Yeah.
That's
And sometimes
exactly
you know
right.
what that's what separates people. It's the hard work, dedication. You know, wrestling's one of those sports that rewards that more than anything. You can't go out on the mat and fake hard work.
So look under dedication. You see Dane's rather, picture. You
There
know
you
what
go.
you see under Willie's? Winner.
Yeah.
Winner.
And explosive.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
great kid.
Yeah, Willie
Great
is an
kid.
awesome kid. We're
Yep.
so lucky to have him here at OU.
Whoa.
He was so close to placing last year. I'd really like to see him get on the podium.
Wasn't that 2 years ago?
Well, it was It was last year,
Was
too.
it last
Yeah,
year,
yeah,
too?
it was last year,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Nice
a nice
shot
sweep
there.
And I like that he's doing it hands-on. He used to do everything from open, and
Yeah.
you can't do everything from
You
open.
got to learn to hand fight there. And he's doing a good job working for a finish here. Elevating the legs. I might have called 3 there. What do you think, Coach?
No, I think, yeah, just
Right
the
before
kid
that, it looked like he had
responded right
control,
away.
but
Yeah.
maybe he's going to get
He
danger
should be in
count here.
danger.
I was about to say, he's close to the danger count. And when we call danger, it's their shoulders are more than a 45. They've got to do
Right.
a 2 count, right? Is it
And
a
their
2
shoulder
count?
blades,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, he must have very short shoulder blades.
Must be. And he's balled up now. They've issued the takedown. So
Right, he's got a cradle. Does Willie know what to do with
he's
the
got it
cradle
locked up here.
What you want to do is lift. You got to
Now
run
he's
to
gotta-
the head.
yeah, now
yeah,
he's gotta-
he doesn't have confidence in his cradle.
No, he did a good job of just breaking away, out of that position, giving him 1, not more than that.
I love the motion. Who is this, and what have you done with Willie McDougall?
No doubt. He's been looking like this all day, so it's great.
Yeah, no,
I love
he
seeing
has.
this.
And showed flashes of more aggressiveness in the previous matches. And I think what it is, he just wants it.
No doubt.
He
No
just
doubt.
wants it.
And that I know he's worked hard enough for it.
Look for a pole pancake here.
Yes. 20 seconds here in this first period. Willie's got a 3-1 advantage.
He's another guy, kind of like Moshe, that's got a bit of that compass going on. He's got a great feel.
Yes. And he's another guy, like you said, it's so hard to score on. I mean, he can do the splits. He's a great counter wrestler. Looks like this first period's going to
And loves OU, loves Coach Kish, loves his teammates. Just real excited. And, okay, we're going to see Willie sweeping leg. Look at our broadcast partners.
another one. There we go.
Real technicians there. Has the leg, sweeps
Elevates
the
it.
leg. Good
Yeah.
job.
Well, we talk about this, Coach, that, when you talk to the young wrestlers, they're like, well, how do I get out of people who are scrambling all the time? Either you do the blast double that we talked about or elevate their feet off the mat.
Yeah.
There's not
that's
much scrambling at that
exactly right.
point.
Yep.
Good job here. Willie's trying to get a mat return. He's got a good mat return. He does a good job at getting them to the mat. Really what Willie, if he's going to get away eventually, Willie's got to have him earn it, at this point.
Yeah, that's right. And look at Willie. He doesn't breathe.
No.
He's got great conditioning.
He does. And like I said, I like how he's looked, and I know that, competition's not top 10, but still these guys are college guys wrestling, and he's being aggressive.
Yep. No, what he's telling me in his performances is he wants to be on that stand. He wants to be an All-American this year.
And he knows the pain of getting close and then just not getting
That's
there.
right.
And that's a great motivator. 1 minute, 20 seconds left. He's 2 seconds away. There he goes. He's got his riding time now. He's got 1 minute.
Sitting his opponent, then when he brings his hips back, lifting him.
Yeah. That's a great job. He's got one of the best mat returns on the team. There's the point. So 3-2. Willie's got the advantage here.
So one of our officials down there was reminding me of a young man from New York named Alex Ekstrom.
Yeah.
And he would have been a great one. Some things just didn't quite work out, but a 4-time New York State champion.
Wow.
Wrestled Jordan Oliver when he was a freshman. Oliver's a junior or senior. It's like a 2-point match, 3-point match. And so shout out to Alex if you're listening to your old Sooner coach.
Yeah, you win 4 titles in New York. We've talked about state. New York's another one you throw in there. They've got one of the top
they're
states.
tough. Now,
New
you want
York,
to hear
New
the
Jersey.
interesting thing? The interesting thing is the kid he beat in the finals was going for his 4th title.
Oh, wow.
And there aren't many of those. in New
Kudos
York.
to those guys going after it. Yeah.
And that guy beat him in the dual meet and in the regional.
Oh,
and Alex
man.
turned it around in the state finals. That kid went to Ohio State. Alex came here, and they wrestled in the Vegas tournament as freshmen. Alex beat him.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Got the last 2 on him then, huh?
That's exactly right.
There we go. We're going into the third. Looks like Willie will get the choice here. He's going to choose down. And last time I liked it. He got up real quick. He didn't even give him a shot. So he's got a really quick stand-up. We talked about it, for those listening and stuff,
Right up to his feet
just getting
again.
to your feet, not the cross, though, just getting up to your feet and closing off so those guys can't wrap you around, get you a mat return. Right back in on a shot. He's got a 4-2 advantage here. He's got riding time because he got away in less than 11 seconds. Oh, nice misdirection. That was
faked
nice.
me out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Misdirection, you fake one leg and go to the other one. And
He would have got me on that one, Coach.
He'd have had us both at the same time.
No, he's still working, still looking for points here. Nice. Oh, wow.
Golly gee.
There's 3 right there. Now he's going to get the count.
That was a limp arm, high crotch right
I think
there.
that surprised Willie. He was in so deep.
Well, he's faking us out real well.
Right. They're throwing the challenge out there, but that was points eventually at one point. Wow.
Yeah, let's try and get a look at that one again.
They're looking to see if they ever challenge that.
That was as sweet as could be.
Oh my God! And that's,
Coach,
I think it surprised Willie. He got so deep, Coach.
it almost looked like he was hitting the fireman's, but it was a limp arm high crotch. I'm quite sure. Let's
Yeah.
see.
Well, and then he changed it off into a double eventually.
Okay. Yep. Limp arm. He's underneath. Goes for double while he's still at his knees, and the compass comes up. And let's see.
So right there's the points.
Now, the only thing is we're seeing it in slow motion. You do have reaction time.
Yeah, but he was
Well,
behind
even
the
there,
arms and stuff. Yeah, he was. Wow, that was a great exchange there.
Yeah,
I think,
was
like you
great.
said, he went for the, limp arm high crotch, and the guy kind of jumped over him at the same time, and before he knew it, he's got the guy on him and the hips over the top of him.
But what do we see here, okay, from Mr. Dalrymple, and that's this. He was beat, but he didn't stop wrestling.
No.
He kept moving, kept scrambling, and may have got himself out of it.
Well, and Dalrymple's putting on a great show here. We talked about how hard he's working. He's working each period.
Yep.
There's a minute left here. He's wrestling a top 15 guy in the country, and he's working his butt off. So they're
We've
still
got
looking it over.
Bakersfield with a 12-10 lead over Southeast. So
So it looks like
Southeast
they've got a pretty
competing
good
well.
little duel. Yeah, they've got a good duel going over there.
Now, of course, well, no, they didn't forfeit.
They got Rice over
Bakersfield
there.
didn't forfeit.
Nuh-uh.
at
They've got
33.
Aiden Rice. They've got some good kids over there, and that just shows how good we wrestled our young guys. That whole duel just shows how good our young guys are. Our duel right now, it's 9-4 right now, going into this is the 4th match, but it's 9-4. Looks like we're gonna have Heart Attack City coming up next. Looks like KJ's over there warming up, Coach. Got your heart attack pills ready?
There we go. Now, I'll tell you, that's what happens when you go out and wrestle and both guys are attacking. I mean, that was exciting.
Well, his old coach, and I talked to him a lot. He would tell me do this a lot, but he was one of the guys I used to compete against good. You would know him. He was a really good wrestler. Was Dustin Sanders.
Oh,
over
really?
at Heritage Hall.
Yeah.
He was one of his coaches over there at Heritage Hall, and
Yep.
said that he would give him heart attacks too, Coach. So don't worry, you're not by yourself. But yeah, Dustin was a great wrestler himself.
Was that Ron Sanders of Ron Sanders?
Well, so Dustin wrestled for Lawton Mack.
Okay.
Lawton Mack wrestler. He was very tough.
But was his dad Ron?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Good man.
Yeah.
Good man.
So it looks like they're trying to see. Looks like they're saying no takedown here.
Oh.
Wow, I'm not sure on that.
It was close.
But
It was
you know
hard
what?
to tell because it was slow motion on the replay.
For everyone listening, especially you young wrestlers, keep wrestling.
That's right.
Don't give up a position. You keep wrestling. That's what Kish is wondering. Hey, didn't he eventually get that takedown? I thought it was, but like you said, they gave him reaction time there. Had to have been. So here we are wrestling again.
Now here, okay, so Willie has 1 minute and 8 seconds. You can't count on that. What I'm going to tell you is this. Go for your takedown now, because if you lose it, it's 5-4. He's going to get away.
Yeah, for sure.
If he gets it, he probably seals the duel. Back in on that high
Nice.
crotch. Back in
But
on
he
that
keeps
dive.
wrestling. Wow.
Now you got me. Now you don't.
No doubt. No matter how this match goes.
Okay, change it off. That's smart.
Yeah.
Don't hit the same shot. Change it off to a sweep single on the other side.
Willie's got the 4-2 advantage here, but he keeps wrestling. Ooh.
I'm going to tell you what. I'm having flashes right now of Tion Ware. He's showing a lot of Tion Ware out there.
Well, I know Tion spent a lot of time with him.
Yeah.
You know, and it shows.
Nice move in the head to change the man's position,
Yeah.
get an angle on him. Just ran out of real estate.
And I know we talked about, the Chattanooga coaching staff at, Oklahoma. We've mentioned it early on, but we'll mention it again. Coach Kish and his staff are great with Austin Marsden, Cam Sikora, Tion Ware. Got a great staff over there. And Willie gets the win here, 5-2 with the riding time.
Hard-fought win.
Hard-fought win,
Yes.
but I like to see that. you
Yes, absolutely right. He earned it.
know? No doubt. So now we've got Heart Attack Kid KJ Evans coming up.
It's Noah Castillo.
And who's he got? Noah Castillo?
Noah Castillo,
All
yeah.
right, here we go, Coach. And hopefully Castillo hadn't watched any of KJ's matches to know to stay out of the upper body locks.
He does like that body lock, doesn't he?
Oklahoma's got a 12-4 advantage here in the duel.
But it's interesting, isn't it? Because if he ever wrestled to Jared Frayer, he'd be down 100-0 because you put your arms around Jared Frayer, you are doing some flight
Yeah,
time.
you're going flying. I wrestled Jared in the Pittsburgh Classic down in Pittsburgh.
Did he upset you?
Oh, he threw me, lefty headlock, pinned me. And I hadn't been pinned, and that was he pinned me up there.
Was that in the prelim match?
I think so.
Yeah, it had to be because you guys would have been both from not Pennsylvania.
No, well, it was
Must have been Florida
it
against
was
Oklahoma.
it was when they did you finish top 2 in the state, you go to Pittsburgh and get to wrestle. They called it the Pitt Classic deal. It was a tournament, and I had him in
Right, but
off
the
the bat.
Pittsburgh Classic is, and as a
when Pitt
Pennsylvania-
versus yeah.
Pittsburgh versus the rest
Yeah.
of the nation, so it must have been in the prelim event.
Yeah.
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 Which was still great.
Oh yeah.
So he upset you, huh?
I was actually leading in the
Oh, right.
but it was he was comfortable there. Let's just say that.
Nice little high leg attack by Noah Castillo.
And he was, and we talk about it, but he was an Olympian as well. He was,
That's right.
you know,
He and Sam Hazewinkle.
yeah,
And Sam was on the Olympic team in Greco, in freestyle,
yeah,
and the world team in Greco.
which is crazy. And I don't know if has any other person done that.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah,
And both his dad and uncle were Olympians, too.
yeah, yep. So that was a family affair there, and there's nobody nicer than Sam, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And he's still here, you know, coaching here. He helps out at Edmond North.
Yep.
So still no score here. We got 1 minute and 11 here in the first. So there's the first stall right there on Evans. Changing that off to a dump.
Yeah, better watch out. He likes those drags.
Oh, yeah.
And you come right back to a knee
I
prop.
need to give him heavy, yeah. Knee pride, a dresser
Yep.
dump, heavy or something
Yep.
on the ankle.
So when you've got that deep front headlock and he drags, that elbow goes deeper, then he comes back a knee prize.
Yeah.
You got to get that other hand on the head and jerk that elbow out.
Yeah, you don't want, if you're the guy on you don't want deep elbows.
Good stutters by Castillo. Good
Yeah.
keeping him off balance.
He's
'cause
doing a great level change here.
KJ wants to shoot, but he's off balance the whole time.
Yep. And
Oh,
there, he
that
turns
was
that into a
nice.
shot. Yes. Good job. I think 30 seconds left, too, in this first period. And you were just talking about it. I think KJ kind of stays heavy-footed anyways, what we were talking
Yep,
about.
yep.
But he got him on his heels with those fakes and then went for a shot, got the takedown.
So he's from Orlando, Florida. He was 23-4 last year, 3-time state champ, and he's represented Puerto Rico in the under-23 World Championships.
Nice. And we've talked about, you know, I know Frayer was from Florida.
Yep.
But Florida, Tennessee, that whole area back when I was wrestling, you were coaching, wasn't really known for wrestling. And they have done a great job over there in that whole area.
Let's see that takedown. That timing was just exceptional.
Yes.
So he just catches him kind of coming in a little
Yeah,
bit.
he trapped that far ankle
Yep.
and just finished.
Yep. So we talk about Florida, which is not a great wrestling state, but let's hear my three Floridians. Okay?
Yeah.
Josh Lambrecht,
Yeah.
Jared Frayer,
Yeah.
Sammy Hazewinkle. They've done fine by Oklahoma.
No doubt. And I consider Sammy Oklahoma slash
I
Florida,
get that.
but
Yep.
both.
Yep.
He was in Florida.
And he was a 3-time state champion. Why wasn't he a 4-time?
I don't know, Coach.
Because his freshman year, he pinned the Oklahoma State champion as a 9th grader, but they wouldn't let him wrestle in state because he was in a Christian school.
Oh,
He
man.
wasn't in the public school system.
Wow.
That's when he moved to Florida and won 3 state championships there.
Wow.
So that same shot, and KJ lowered his hands and his head and blocked it.
Yeah. Did a good job of countering there.
But he is just keeping him
Yeah,
off balance.
He's doing a great job of faking. He's faking. And
moving
pretty
his
soon
hands
he's
and
opening
moving his feet,
yeah,
right?
Great job. And this is Castillo, right? This is
Yep.
Yeah, he's doing a great job here.
Ah,
See, eventually that faking's getting you out of
He
position.
faked him into a bad shot. That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
So
Get off your
6-1.
knees. And he's controlling the tie-up with that 2-on-1. Move your hands, KJ.
Yeah, he's got to get to his match. He's
Yeah.
reacting. He's not acting. He's reacting.
That's a great point right there. He's just getting bullied.
Yeah. So we got 40 seconds here.
And this is what the coaches have him in for. They want to see, does he have it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does he have it?
Yeah.
Now, that first match, he was done. He was broken. He was beaten until he wasn't.
Yeah.
He decided, no, it's not going to end like this. That's what he's got to do now. He's got to dig deep and fight back.
And this is what you said. See what you're made of. And there he is on the single. He's kind of scooting up, and he's very strong here. He's looking for that. He wants that.
Yeah, but he's got to put a couple of shots together.
Oh, no doubt.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is as good a job of motion as I've seen. No,
There it
do not
is.
do that.
He's got to fight it here. There's that wizard. Got to
That
keep
was
that
just
wizard. He's got 10
laziness, though.
seconds left. He's got to keep that wizard tight and not give this takedown up. Let's see what he has here. Great job. And you talked about it early on and all day today is the wizard, how important the wizard
Yes,
is.
absolutely. But you got to be able to use it, not just hold it.
No doubt.
He's in shell shock right now.
Coach is telling him to go up, but it looks like he wants to go down. So,
Well, I actually like that.
yeah.
You know, that no, I want to score that point from below.
Well, you know, when we coach always done that. It's like, okay, if you went down, then you got to show me something there on bottom.
Yep.
So
Yep.
he's got to show coach something on bottom.
Yeah, so far I'm not seeing it.
No, he needs to have that will to get to his feet. And to me, he's got too wide of a post right now. That guy's able to do whatever he wants underneath. Chopping, trying to get to a wrist.
Well, and what he's doing, the top guy, Castillo, on top is what he did on his feet. He's just moving, pushing,
Moving,
tugging,
switching sides,
pulling.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
He's
And now he's
just
on his
active.
belly right now. And this is not, as a wrestler, it's the worst spot you can be. Switch your hips over.
And what he's doing is, even if he got the 1-point escape, he's giving it away in riding time.
Yeah.
He
Yep.
didn't have riding time against him prior to this.
And if I'm Chattanooga, at some point, I'm going to tell him to release him, which is what he's doing here. You need to go for the major here. You need to, at some point, look for points.
Sadly, he don't want to be released.
No. There's
Get
the 1
off
point.
your knees.
Got a minute here.
No
Yeah,
sprawl, no
and then
leg
he's bailing
back.
out on the takedown right here,
Yep.
giving that up on the edge.
We call that, at least for this match, HEW, had enough wrestling.
I like that. Coach.
When is this match going to be over? But I felt that way. We both felt that way the
On the
first
last
match,
one,
and
yeah.
all of a sudden,
There's still 42 seconds left here for him to do something. I think it's a little deeper, a little bigger of an animal to deal with.
Yeah.
Castillo's been looking really good this match. And what great is Castillo? He's looks like he's.
What did I say? Redshirt junior?
Is he redshirt junior? He is a.
He is a. Nope, he's a senior.
Wow. Okay, that's what I knew he was an upperclassman.
He could be a senior with 6 years left. Who knows?
Right. Never know how that is going today.
Well,
I like it. KJ's fighting to come up here. There, that 1 point there prevents it from being a major. It's a 7-point match. Because with riding time, it's a 7-point match. Oh, no, no. No, don't give that up. No points there. They're going to talk about it, discuss it.
They're going to take a peek?
They're going to look at it. They're going to call it themselves, look over there.
And that's interesting. He had that arm around where he could get a lat throw, but his other hand was on the mat. So
I think they're going to see. It's close. It's going to see how far behind, I think, and how much control they show under the arm. Maybe if that other arm's underneath the arms on the other side, they might call it.
And your money is on?
My money's on no call. It ran out of time before he got around the corner. How about you, Coach?
I'm going with 2.
You going with the 3?
Yeah.
3?
No, 2 + 1.
There you go. That's right.
And the reason I think, sometimes you want to reward that aggression.
Yeah.
Even though you're supposed to just call that call, but.
I mean, Castillo looked. There's 5 seconds left. He lost the major with the escape, and he's still fighting and has a shot to get this.
No, that was an outstanding performance, and that was a great object lesson for young wrestlers, right?
What? And wrestling's a sport like any other sport. It's individual, but it's also team, and it's got that momentum. And he could give his team the momentum back with this major here. That's. Yeah.
So we're wrestling a team one time, and they've got a guy that's real good, and we've got a guy that's not that good. And I told our guy, keep stuttering. And I you got that shot. And all he's doing is stuttering. But it was enough to keep the other guy from a major. Did they give that takedown?
They didn't give him the takedown.
Wow.
So didn't award it.
So what do we got now?
So we got should be 12-7.
12-7.
Yeah, okay. Should be 12-7, and we got Tate Piccolo here.
Okay, and Tater is going against Jackson Hurst, Kingsport, Tennessee, redshirt junior, 23-4 last year, but for his team, moved up to 184 for the conference.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a huge sacrifice there.
Yep.
And Tate's coming down from being a 74-84, so, and he looks good. And I think this is probably a good weight for Tate. Size and all that works out better for him.
So I had the privilege. Now, when you get that front head, that was sweet.
Oh, nice. Nice headlock there.
You can't have too much of that arm.
No, I was surprised he barely had the head, but he's squeezing it here tight, and that was great.
Now it's deeper. Now it's tighter.
Yes.
Oh, this would be big for Tate.
That was over there, it looked like.
This would be real big for the
Call it. Call it. There's plenty of time, too, here.
And there's that pin for Tate Piccolo, and that is big.
That is huge, Coach.
Yep.
That's not only huge in the duel, that's huge for Tate, we talked about.
That's exactly right. Yeah, let's take another peek at that.
That was a great exchange here.
That was a nice shot, but the guy's looking for a snake, and Tate comes back.
He just caught that arm.
I counter your snake with a headlock.
Right.
A little game of chess out there. Tate made the winning move. Congratulations, Tate Piccolo, and Brian and Becky as well.
No doubt. They're Sooners through and through.
Wow, this is interesting.
Got Mannix Morgan going up again.
They're staying with their backups.
Yeah, and he's looked good so far. Giving up the double there, I might have jinxed him, but so far he's looked good. And who's he wrestling for?
He's wrestling
Chattanooga.
Sergio Desiant, and he's a redshirt sophomore from Tampa, Florida, and he was 23-4. Those guys like that score.
Yeah.
Last year, very athletic, strong, explosive. Solid on bottom, needs to finish a little cleaner. Got solid doubles and singles. We just saw one of them.
Yeah. So 3-1 here. Good job of Mannix kind of getting away and getting his point back. You always want your wrestlers to say, you give up, then get your points back. Get some points back.
Well, one of the things about Mannix, he may not be the best, but the bottom line is he comes to wrestle.
He competes.
Yep, absolutely.
No doubt. And I'm seeing that in all the Sooners this year. So great job by the coaching staff getting these Sooners ready to wrestle. There's another takedown.
Tell you, best headlock I've ever seen, and apologies to Kendrick Maple, best snake I've ever seen. Chase Nelson.
Okay.
Chase,
Missouri, was it Missouri boy? Or?
No, he Kansas boy, but came here and beat some great people. Won the Midlands tournament.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting his name, but a guy who had the most wins in Midlands history, which is quite remarkable, was beating us by maybe 13 points in the semis, and Chase headlocked him and pinned him. He was wicked.
Well, how about, we talk about Colot earlier. How about him placing in high school in that tournament?
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, as great as Kerry Colot was, and you can name some other guys, Joe Russell.
Yeah, Joe Russell, yeah.
I don't think anybody's done what Marcus Blaze has done. I don't think Dave Schultz did what Marcus
No, these guys.
Beating 3 NCAA champions and then the world runner-up.
It's crazy. Yeah, on the senior level, senior stage. I mean, these young guys right now, and you look at it with Bassett, what he's doing. These young guys right now are just phenomenal. But, I also say that the exposure they get, and I know when we were younger, we didn't have the OTCs where I could go wrestle in a college room. I couldn't do that. And, I know kudos to USA Wrestling, those guys kind of seeing that, knowing that would help development of these younger kids.
That
and it has.
and film and the advancement in strength training, in nutrition.
Yeah.
I mean, we would starve and dehydrate when we could eat a little bit, have a little bit of Coke and half a Kit Kat.
You know how I used to know how rankings were?
Yeah.
We'd post them up, the new one on the deal there. You'd post them on the wrestling room. We'd go in and see the rankings. That was the only one. There was no Flow Wrestling or anything that they had on there. No YouTube or anything.
Yeah.
So times have changed, but for the better. So we're going into the second period, 9-2 advantage for DeSanti.
No, there are at least 4, now that I'm thinking, in the last year, 4 high school kids who've beaten NCAA champions.
Yeah, and that's just crazy.
That's crazy.
I mean, that was unheard of. Like, you were going into rooms and not even getting a takedown on a guy for, I mean, it was an insult for anyone on our team to give up a takedown to any of the new guys coming in.
Yeah, Maddox just getting bullied a little bit.
Yeah, and we know he's going to keep wrestling here. He's got to get to his base, kind of build his base, and then, like you say, isolate one side of his body.
See that? He's got hands up in the air. Get that hand on the mat, push your weight back, walk
Yeah.
your knees up.
Now he's got that high thigh ride right there. Hip down hard. He's got to hip down hard and fight it.
I'm just looking from here on, so they're pretty good at 84. I like our guy. 97, not great, but we're not great either. Our guy comes to wrestle. He's faithful, hard worker.
Yeah.
And then heavyweight, we don't have Juan Mora, or do we?
I haven't seen him warming up, so I'm not sure.
Well, it's a pretty big lead right now.
I see Ryder over there warming up. But, this is a good performance by Chattanooga. I mean, other than throwing Barrick up at 33, they've pretty much kept their starters in there on this thing.
Well,
so.
Mannix.
Yeah, Mannix, yeah.
Yeah, and Barrick upperweight.
Yeah.
Because if he's a 33-pounder, I'm thinking he's competitive in that bout.
No doubt.
So another great high school wrestler, guy by the name of Schultz. You may have heard of him.
Yeah, I may have heard of him.
So he's wrestling in the Great Plains, and this is Chuck Yagla, great official, great NCAA champion, world team member for Iowa.
Yeah.
So it's him telling me the story, and so he's at the Great Plains, and this young high school kid is all over him. Hey, you're Chuck Yagla. You're great. You're this. You're that. Thank you. But then he goes here, and the young kid goes there, and he goes over there, and the young kid's over there. He's like a shadow, and it's like, this kid away from me. And you can't get too far away because they're the same weight. And when they wrestle, Chuck, who was OW of the NCAAs and beat Lee Kemp, gets pinned by the high school kid, who happens to be Dave
Schultz, yeah.
By the way, what's happening over here on this mat?
So it's 33-6. So Bakersfield's kind of.
I'm talking about on the mat right now.
Oh yeah. Ferrari. It was 3-1. What is the?
Right here.
3-1 first period. So Ferrari's kind of doing what he did, kind of close match. I think he'll probably blow it up in the third.
And here's Maddox in a tough position. He's all extended, but hanging on,
Yeah,
fighting.
he's fighting here
showing
still.
his heart. Look at that. Raises his knee, blocking his leg with his leg.
Yeah, he's doing a good
Opponent's
job
leg with his own leg.
getting the best case scenario there with the stalemate.
And look, getting right back in position, coming out.
Yeah, I love the fight. He's a young
Yep.
kid. He's out here fighting.
Gotta love it.
But great staff over there at Chattanooga. They're doing a good job with this team.
Yep.
I mean, they're going to surprise a lot of people this year.
Well, they have struggled. They're actually 0-5.
Yeah.
You know, on the year so far. But they do have an excellent coaching staff.
But they've got some competitive
Chase that
guys.
leg, yep.
Good here. Good by Mannix getting in there. Now he's got to clear that tie.
Well,
He's got to
you
clear that
bring that
underhook.
elbow above
Yes,
his
bring-
elbow.
Yes, and
Or
clear it.
below, depending how you call it. But
So 40 seconds here.
that was nice getting your leg back,
Nice.
getting that. Oh, real. And here's the deal. He's getting beat, but he's not beat.
Yeah. And that takedown there would have been huge for OU because right
Yeah.
now he's got the major on us. Got to keep those elbows in on those shots. Got his arms wide, got caught right there. So it looks like it's going to be going after this match. It's going to be 18-11. It's a fairly close duel, Coach.
No, it is a close duel, and depending upon who we're putting in there, do you see Juan Mora at all?
I don't see Juan. I don't even see him warming up. But they've got some guys back there.
Okay, let's take a peek at that last takedown.
Mannix kept that arm up there, didn't bring it down, and
you got to keep those elbows in. Short arms, even on your shots.
No doubt.
Short arms.
So we got DJ coming out, and he looked great on the last match, Coach. Looked great against Ninehouse.
Boy, he impresses me. And he's got the physical tools. He's fast. He's athletic. He's got it all,
No doubt.
including great coaching.
Aggressive right off the whistle. He's ready to go. In on a shot right off the bat.
Oh.
Wow. It was a little scary there. Almost got dumped to his back off his own shot.
You think our listening audience can figure that out?
We're not biased here, are we, Coach?
Well, and here's the deal. I make no apologies for the fact that I root for the Sooners, but I try and call them equally, as I know you do.
No doubt.
Yep.
There's that double
glass
again.
double.
Yes.
Whoop. Nice defense.
Good job about getting his hips back, no doubt.
Now, right there, you scoot your knee in front of his knee when you get that seat.
Like a knee slide, yeah.
Yep, and then there's no getting out of it.
But good recovery off that. I thought he was all but done.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of fight in this Chattanooga team.
No doubt. They may be 0-5 in duels, but I'm saying these guys are, I mean, there's some development. These guys are wrestling hard.
Yep, so this is Camden Monroe, one of the most talented kids on the team, according to the coach. We could say that of us as well.
Right.
He needs to sustain it for 7 minutes, says his coach, and I'll tell you what, he does against DJ Parker.
Yes.
Comes out, his goal, he wants the underhook.
So, Coach, I've got some news. I see Juan Mora warming up, taped, and shoes on. So,
Yeah, I'm thinking they want him. If there's an opportunity that a 6 could beat us, you're going to see him in
no
there.
doubt.
Now, let's check him out. So, at 197, they've got a redshirt sophomore.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just see. He's struggling. He's good with the boots. He needs to slow guys down. So we can win there.
Yeah, Bradley
And
Hills.
if we do, we probably won't see one more. There's that double to a single. Boy, sweet re-attack.
Nice re-attack, no doubt.
Man.
And nice finish there.
Yeah.
And he's looking for some points here. Parker's got to be careful he doesn't give up any back here.
Does he have that bar? He does.
He's got that bar and that wing. He needs to try to kind of get off the mat, get a new start.
Well, and here's why people try and pull that arm out. What you got to do is get your hand down and push your body back.
Yeah, get your elbow high and push back. There's off the mat, so 28 seconds left in this period. 3-0 advantage. Monroe. Great re-attack, Coach.
No, I was real impressed with that. This kid can wrestle.
Yeah. Now for the Sooners, hopefully it's just not a full 7 minutes.
Well, let him do what he will. I think DJ Parker has the stuff in him.
No doubt.
Take it away.
And there's no panic on his behalf either. He's got to get his hips low.
Yeah, that's called tricking the ref. You just hold position.
Yeah.
Jared Frey would actually push back on the opponent's thighs so he couldn't get his hips in lift.
Couldn't
They'd
do a
still
mat
hit
return.
the other guy for stalling.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's what you do in that same double. In, out, and down. Don't
Yes.
keep hitting the same shot.
Well, he's got to get some angles now or move him with his fakes. So we're going into the second period. Got a 3-1 score here. Monroe's got the lead for Chattanooga.
Here's Monroe's takedown. He's got the leg, and uncharacteristically, he scored fairly easy here.
Yeah. And that was right after our re-attack. And then came back and did a good job of trapping that far ankle.
Yep. Might have been a foot block in there.
Yeah, foot block. Yeah, trapping that far foot. Good job of getting to your feet by DJ. There's the escape.
Now fake that double
There
snap
it
him
is.
down.
There it is.
Oh God!
But he's just got to keep that up, you know, because that's gonna wear on Monroe.
Look at this.
Back in on it again.
Run the pipe again.
There's the points right there.
That guy almost scrambled out on his rear.
He did.
Now he's taking control, right? He's initiating the action.
And we talked about it earlier. There's the formula there to get the points. The fakes, the angles.
That's
getting
right.
It, you know,
That's
that's
right.
the formula for DJ.
And on the other mat, if wrestling fans are wondering, is A.J. Ferrari really back? The answer to that is he absolutely is, by a way of an 18-3 score.
Got another technical
And a little
fall.
sportsmanship going on here.
Yeah.
A couple of hugs.
Yeah. So,
Ah,
two
look
techs
at
on the
that.
day. So 5-3, 1 minute, 14 seconds. Looks like they've got some blood time here on our mat. So blood time Monroe. So they're going to get him fixed up.
But kind of a shift there, right? DJ
Yeah.
looked a little puzzled, a little overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Took a deep breath, composed himself, and came back firing.
Well, and like you were saying, he was just taking straight on shots,
Yep.
and then he kind of figured it out with the fakes and getting to the angles.
Yep. So you have to dictate action. You can't just respond to your opponent.
And that's what we were talking about that was going on in the KJ Evans match. He was doing all the reacting and not acting.
Yes.
Looks like they've got him cleaned up, and he'll be ready to go back out. Monroe will be on bottom.
No, and DJ's shown he can be tough on top, too.
Yes, yeah. I mean, he's been working real hard with those tilts, and Buchanan's no longer here, but his impact still, he made a huge impact on DJ. I'd see him in the room working on the cross wrist tilts and stuff, so it's been very, very big for him. I don't know if they're trying to look for the time or see what the time was on there.
They're the big boys over there.
Yeah, they're on the heavyweight over here at this other match, and Cal State Bakersfield's got a 38-6 lead over Southeast Community College. And we talked about it earlier. It was good that the other two duels, they got some points on the board, so, you know, it was good for them to do that and get some learning lessons from these guys.
And kudos to Southeast and Coach Terry Pack for embracing that challenge.
No doubt. It's only going to make them better. Got the whizzer here.
That's a tight seatbelt. Fake
is
the
tight.
arm. He takes that arm away. Now you have them.
There you go. So back on their feet, 5-4.
And we're seeing that motion again.
There it is. Oh, re-attack.
Oh.
There is a good re-attack by Monroe. But now, you know, DJ's got to keep the hand below the knee right here.
Hold that wrist.
Yeah, he needs to hold on to the wrist. He's got to keep wrestling here, too, because he could get a flea here.
Oh, that was sweet. DJ grabbed his wrist. He led it over to his other wrist.
Monroe's got great reattacks.
Yes, he does.
There's short time in this period. There's 15 seconds.
Splatel City, let's see.
Keep his head tight.
Got height.
Oh, wow.
Bring him in.
Wow. There's 3. Wow.
I'll tell you what, that was creative.
I was a little skeptical of it at first.
I know. When you said that, he looked up at me and winked.
He goes, I got this, coach. But he did a good job of going to Splatel. The guy pops us. Here it is right here, coach.
Yeah,
They're going to show it again.
Is. Look at that.
Goes
Reaches
to
over for Splatel, but then what he does is he gets height. Not there, right here. He gets it high off the mat, and that's what enables him to win the scramble.
And, you know, a good saying for wrestling is high man wins or high head wins.
There we go.
You know?
No, that's why when you have legs on it and the guy sits under and he's close to coming behind, I used to teach people surrender. Hands as high as you can get, back as high, and now you've got height again.
Yeah. So we're going into the third. Monroe's on bottom. 8-4 advantage now for DJ Parker. This has been a good match.
Yeah, here's when you want to slow that guy down, get wrist, make him carry your weight, eat clock, or turn him.
Sure. Because there's no riding time right now, and escape and takedown ties this match. But, you know, DJ's doing a good job staying busy here. And he's got him flat to his belly, which is an advantage, huge advantage for us on top.
And here's what his coach said, remember? He needs to slow guys down.
Yeah.
You don't slow DJ Parker down.
No. That was a huge exchange at the end of the second period.
Wow.
Good job getting a wrist here. He's keeping weight forward. Now he's going for a tilt here.
And would that be big? And notice
how he got two. He got two, coach.
Okay.
Yeah, that is huge. So he's 1 point away from a major with riding time here. So they're looking for either another tilt or a cut.
Oh, that's right. That's just 7, isn't it?
Yeah, they got 7.
So, and here's the deal. Worst case, well, there's 2 matches to go.
Yeah.
So worst case scenario, 11 plus 12, okay, is 23.
Yeah.
18 plus 4 is 22. Now they're going to have to put one more out.
He's cut him here.
It depends what happens at 97.
Yep, cut him here. He's back in on another shot with 20 seconds left. There, and now he's getting a count. Way to end the match, coach, and way to look for bonuses.
Right.
You know, the score may show 16-5, but this was a close match.
This was a tough bout. He earned it, did he not?
No doubt. And you talked about it earlier, what you were talking about, what Chattanooga coach was talking about. He's got to learn to wrestle 7 minutes.
That's exactly right. Yep. So this is the bout that'll determine whether Juan wrestles.
Yep. We'll have Bradley Hill out here.
And we should have a shot to win this match.
No doubt. And Hill's had he's had ranked opponents. So this is kind of a good match for him to get out there. And I'm not saying this is a cakewalk, but this isn't what he's been dealing with. Good shot here. He needs to finish here. He changed off.
You know who he reminds me of? And you may recall this. Now, he's not quite as good.
Yeah.
But he reminds me of, I just lost Eric Lepotsky.
Okay.
From Pennsylvania. So powerful and strong, and he's got similar shots, but Lepotsky was a beast.
Love it. I'm sure Bradley will like that comparison. And good takedown. He got a takedown right off the bat. Good shot. Was aggressive.
Yes. Well, you know what? I don't think he's the best wrestler, but he's a faithful wrestler. Comes out, wrestle hard.
He does.
Every time I've seen him.
He does. And he's still young, so he can grow. You know, he can grow from these matches and learn.
Now, come across and get that claw. See if you can tilt with it.
And we've got a Oklahoma's got a 22-11 score lead in the duel.
Yeah, win here seals the deal, and
No
Ryan
doubt.
Weiss gets another shot at glory.
Yeah. And Juan could go if he needed to be, but probably good to get him rest anyways,
Yes,
and
yes.
send Ryder out there, which Ryder's very capable as well.
And we should also have his dad sing the national anthem.
There you go, with the guitar.
The best national anthem of all time is sung by...
I think Whitney Houston.
Nope.
Who?
I mean, that's arguably...
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Chris Stapleton.
Stapleton, yeah, did a good one
Oh,
too.
my heavens.
Yeah.
Country with a guitar. So there you go, John.
There you go.
No, Whitney Houston was brilliant.
Oh, my God, that was a good one. Roseanne Barr, talking about that one?
Oh, God. Please, those images I don't need to think of. Nice, good job little
riding.
pulling and
Yeah,
tugging,
he's doing a good job keeping the hips. He's wanting
Yep.
to keep those hips in close, and he's doing a good job of pulling
He's got
them in.
the wrist there.
46 seconds here. He's got 2 minutes of riding time, too. He's built up quite a bit of riding time. But he's done a good job of not letting those hips get separated. He's keeping them in close. And this could be huge for Bradley. Like I said, he's had a lot of tough ranked wrestlers, and he's going to get a shot to get somebody that can get a win over. So final score over here, we went final. Cal State Bakersfield 38, Southeast Community College 6. Yeah, as a coach, you really want to see this young wrestler, Bradley, finish on top. You want to see him finish this period out on top.
So we will have had, is it still just the two backup guys? We'll have had who? Barrick.
Yeah.
And then who is the other? Mannix. Was
Yeah.
there a third?
On this match?
Yeah.
So we had, let's see, so Mannix, Barrick, and then we had, no, I think that was about it. Mannix and Barrick, yeah.
Well, KJ arguably is.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They're going to be puzzled after this performance.
Yeah.
You know, because he had flashes of brilliance, but he didn't sustain that toughness that you need.
No, and that's the thing. You just got to get the consistency, the toughness, consistency in the wrestling. There's the escape there for Bradley. He's got a 4-0 advantage with 2 minutes and 35 seconds in riding time. So he needs to stay aggressive here. It'd be good to see him even get some bonuses here, Coach.
Yes, it would. And not far from it, really.
Yeah, for sure. Getting the underhook here. Coaches to tell him stay out of that headlock. Get the hips back. There it is.
Nice.
Good
Anticipated
score.
that shot,
No
started
doubt.
moving his feet when it was on its way.
Well, a lot of times those heavy hands, those motions, those
Yep.
fakes can convince, like, unfortunately, we were on the other end of it with KJ, but it causes those guys to take bag shots.
Yep.
Got a minute left here in the second period. Needs to look for a tilt here, try to get some more points.
That's Coach Pack talking to his team, and I can tell you he's building his team up,
Yeah, he's
encouraging his team.
this is a great coaching moment for them, and he does a good job at it too.
When I was coaching at Cornell, we wrestled in a quad. We wrestled Liberty, and then we wrestled Lockhaven and Bloomsburg back when they were both great programs. They
Yeah.
were top 20, some closer to 10. And we lost both of them in a heavyweight bout. And when we got together, I was just beaming. Our guys wrestled so hard. And we had 2 Pennsylvania stud recruits in the stands. And they couldn't believe it. You guys almost beat Lockhaven and Bloomsburg. And we did the next year.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome. And Cornell, great program. They've done such good. Coach Gray up there and all have done such a great job.
Yep.
And Coach Cole and you have all kind of created that tree. I kind of involved a little bit with Spartan Combat and
Yeah, you
Nick
said
Garone
that.
and all those guys. So
Okay, here's Mr. Hill's last takedown. And there's the shot. He starts moving his feet a minute. immediately chasing the leg and going
Yeah,
behind.
he did a good job of isolating that one side of that body, get that score. So it's on top here. He's got 3 minutes. He's got quite a bit of riding time here.
Drive over the wrist.
Yes, drive over, grab it. There it is. Now he needs to drive him forward.
Well, really, you should probably let him go.
Yeah. Try to get a major here. If he doesn't get a turn, probably within a minute or so, he needs to try to look to release him and get a major here. We need to get some bonus.
I'd let him go now for this reason. He's shown that the guy's not getting away. He's on bottom. He's got 3 minutes and 47 seconds in ride and increasing in riding time. Let's give yourself more time to get a takedown.
There you go. And there he might be listening to you, Coach, because he just released him on his feet. Now he needs to keep being the aggressor like he has been, and look for that score.
He's a strong cuss,
yes, and he's got the leverage. He does a good job with it. Now he needs to elevate and look for a limp arm.
Yeah, you bump and then limp.
Yep.
You got to move the opponent, get his mind.
Yeah, he's getting close to it, but like you said, he's got to bump him a little bit.
Yep. Bump,
there, get that ankle. He's all right. Yeah, he's good there.
When you have a bicep like that, or grab the far ankle.
You got the arms like that. You can reach over and do it. Big span.
Yep.
So, got a 9-point advantage here.
So, I don't know if you've ever seen Matthew McConaughey being made fun of by, like, what's his name from Good Will Hunting, Matt Damon.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Ferrari doesn't like having a shirt on either.
I bet not. Yeah, I'm not sure. I like his movies, but he's not the best loved guy around here, being a Longhorn. Here we go. We got heavyweight. Looks like we're going to see Ryder Weiss.
I would think so. Let's go, Ryder Weiss.
Yes, come on, Ryder. And good match by Bradley. He needed that, Coach.
Yes. No, faithful kid. Faithful kid.
Yeah, for sure.
Hard work, and he is young. He's going to get better.
Yeah, and he's outmatching some of those, but he's still wrestling. So good win for him.
Yep.
So Oklahoma's got a 26-11 advantage. The duel is done here, but we want to see, Ryder, like you said, he's getting his chance to shine, so it's good to see him out there competing. And who's he got for Chattanooga, Coach? Ethan Vergara.
Yep.
And he's on a shot right off the bat.
And he was on the Puerto Rican under-20 team.
Okay.
In Greco and freestyle. His coach said he needs to figure out heavyweight. He was a lighter weight, which shows in that speed, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Look at old Ryder. Keeping his balance there, which is not the easiest thing to do.
No doubt. And Ryder's really good here. I mean, I say that and he gets taken down, but Ryder is got flexibility for a heavyweight.
Do me a favor. Don't jinx him.
I won't. Next, I got to say, I should have said Ryder's getting a takedown, or Ryder's not getting a takedown, and then he gets a takedown. And Ryder's got to get to his base. He's got to get his elbow back up and over him right now. He's got his wrist trapped here.
Wait a minute. 25. No, we had Antonio, so it would have been just 30.
Yeah. Antonio wrestled. Yeah. Antonio wrestled, and we bumped 33. So other than 2 weights, we've had our well, now 3 now with Ryder, so 3 weights, Coach.
Yep.
We got a minute 30 here. Ryder's got to get some points on the board. He's got to get to his feet. There you go. Keep fighting to your feet. Isolate it. Clear it. There you go. Get your point.
The one thing technically I've got a beef with Coach Kish. They got to work on their headgear tightening.
Yes. I think that's fixable. Kish needs to go over to the manager and tell him, hey, equipment manager, let's tighten that headgear up. Ryder's trying to get the underhooks. He's doing a good job. Rare's doing a good job of keeping those elbows in where he can't give up the underhook, give up position. Good job of getting that leg back. About 40 seconds here in the first period. Rivera's got a 3-1 lead.
So both men vying for control, a lot of tie-ups.
Yep.
There's an underhook attempt by Ryder, needs head positioning.
And those ties, positions, fakes are really important in heavyweights because they kind of gain some points in the third doing that. That'll wear down. May not work for you in the first, but it can work for you in the third.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is not the biggest time competition, but a good day of wrestling.
Yeah, it was.
A lot of action.
A lot of
young guys proving themselves.
Yeah. Every coach here, no matter what their record or what happened, has learned something from their team today.
Yep.
Good or bad. Here we're going into the second period.
Okay, here's Vergara's takedown. Let's take a piece. Got the leg up.
Good job of isolating it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think as Ryder was hopping, he gave a
swept
little
it
pull.
up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think he even swept it. He just pulled.
And if they show kind of right before that, he just caught him real quick with a shot right off the whistle, kind of a snatch single, which is, Kyle Snyder was really good at that for the upper weights, is getting that snatch single.
Kyle Snyder was good at a lot of things.
Yeah. Still is, Coach.
You know his best move? Right here.
Getting his hand raised.
And for those that can't see, I'm just raising my hand in
That's
the air.
right. No, he's one of a kind, I'll tell you that. And he's a great human being, too.
I teach a
got to know
Bible
him.
study to men from 14 states.
Yeah.
And Kyle Snyder has actually been a guest teacher.
Yeah.
And did a great job.
I brought him down here, it was a couple years back, to do a tournament with us, and it was awesome. He was a great guy. I mean, he's an amazing guy. We actually tried to get him here at OU for the RTC, and he was close to coming because his wife was in the medical field, and
really,
he was close to coming here. Got a minute left here. 4-1 match here. Guys are fighting here, looking for position. And Ryder will have the choice in the third.
But an escape won't do it. He needs to have a takedown.
No doubt. I mean, he's going to need more. And even if he's feeling he can't penetrate right now, he needs to fake and set himself up for the third. He needs to keep
Maybe
active.
force the guy into a shot like their, was it 33-pounder did?
Yeah. It just got to keep him active. He's got to stay active and give himself a shot in the third. Got 6 seconds here. Looks like we're going to go into the third period with 4-1 advantage with Rivera.
And I would think Ryder would get away. That's 4-2. And then what are you going to do? You going to go for it or what?
He's got to. I mean, what he's going to have to do is kind of what DJ did a little bit. He's got to fake and get angles. And I know the leverage and the height is not on Ryder's side, but that's why he's got to have his movement and his feet and get his angles even more.
No, I think the guy with the fakes was Noah Castillo.
Castillo had the great fakes.
Yeah, he kept KJ so off balance. I was getting tired watching.
No doubt.
And the kind of shape
I was really impressed with him.
Yeah, me too.
Ryder's doing a good job here.
Yes, he is.
He's fighting here. He's saying locked hands.
Yeah.
He wants. There's some of that. We had Ryder coaching on the bench. He's coaching here in his own match. And I think I kind of saw. Maybe we come back. I saw where they were in that exchange where he did have his hands
here's the
locked.
deal. You have to have the right camera angle.
No doubt. And that's another. Can you see it?
He just has to come over and say, look, I'm going to be a doctor. I'm smarter than you. Just give the point.
Just give it to us. We call it the Jedi mind trick. Points are mine. No, it's been fun so far, Coach. I really, this will be our last match, but I've really enjoyed getting to sit next to you and hear your stories and pick your brain and
Well, I think it's been
watch
fun,
some wrestling.
and I just hope some of your excellence has rubbed off.
Oh man, your excellence. And I know it's well, the fun thing is we sit and talk wrestling. We'll call and talk wrestling without having a match here. So it's good that we get to do it with an audience. So
Well, hopefully we get to share some of the great stories of wrestling as well. What
No
a
doubt.
great sport.
Well, in Oklahoma in general, when you talk about, they're still, what is it, like the fourth winningest program in wrestling. Out there they said no locked hands there. And it's the last match, so we might as well, there's no risk to it anyways. If they get it, good. If they don't, oh well.
Yeah.
You can't take your brick with you, Coach.
That's exactly right. You probably can, but it would be illegal.
Right.
I like
They
the
might
motion.
ask for it
I
back.
like the
Yes.
motion.
Yes. And maybe that's a little breather, too. Maybe he got
Yep,
himself a little bit of a
yep.
breather there. So 4-2 here. He's got himself a shot to win this match. Now, just like when we had the KJ with the Lovett at Central Michigan, he gets a takedown. He could ride him out for 7 seconds and get the win here. But he's got to figure out a way to get to a takedown.
Oh, he's riding times.
Yeah, he's got his
Yes.
1:07, but hopefully he can take him down within that time and get that off the clock. Ooh. Good try there,
A good try is it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
He could have lost close and said, no, I'm going
no, he
for
went for it. You can't knock him for that.
it. Yep.
We got 44 seconds here. It's still not over yet, but it's not looking great.
No, but I'll tell you what. I think a great effort
Oh,
by the
great effort.
Sooners.
Yeah.
I think a harbinger of good things to come as Coach Kish continues to recruit well.
A lot of young
Got a
guys
good
got some
foundation.
matches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Hollingsworth, I think Braun, I think Barrett Jordan,
Yeah.
all very impressive.
Yes.
Maddox Morgan did a good job.
Did a great job. And I liked what I saw out of Willie this weekend.
Yes,
Willie looked
absolutely.
good. Looked real good.
And here's the deal: if we're wrestling, Iowa, Iowa State, you're not getting that reprieve. You're not getting that confidence
No.
back in. So
Yeah.
this is important.
There's the end of the match. Rivera wins.
But a good effort by Ryder Weiss.
Ryder Weiss, good effort. And
here's
great duel by Chattanooga. They wrestled tough.
Yep. Here's that last.
Little
Okay,
exchange.
Ryder got a little excited, was looking for that high flyer there, but the guy ran the pipe.
Did a good job of getting
Yep.
that leg.
Yep.
So 26-14, Oklahoma with the win in that duel, Coach.
And I think some real good wrestling. Think some good aggressiveness. I think we saw some great diversity in wrestling on the feet, on top, on bottom. And I think an overall really good performance and a harbinger
No
of
doubt.
good things to come.
Well, Coach, thank you for letting me sit with you and talk wrestling and watch wrestling. It was an honor on my end.
Well, thank you, Chris Forbes, and thank you, wrestling fans, and the best is yet to come. Have a great evening.